name is Sammy Marshall. I work for Brady West SoCal, and I'm a project manager. Technically, as a project manager, I ensure the financial support or well-being of my projects and support the field in whatever they need, honestly. There's not specifically, I wouldn't say like a project manager, you do this, this, and this. It's kind of whatever your project needs to ensure the success. So I work with, from the field level, I day-to-day talk to our project coordinators, kind of like a superintendent on the project, but I also am dealing with the general contractor side and coordinate everything that happens from ground up to financials to talking good about my project or what I want people to know. Throughout the day, it honestly just depends on what needs to happen that day. Right now, because I am a new project manager, my day-to-day kind of looks half project managing, half project engineering. And what the project engineering would entail is being the support to a senior PM that is actually the project manager on a job. So I'm taking meeting minutes, doing submittals, I'm doing RFIs. But then the project management side, I'm more so looking at the cost of all my projects. I review our cost reports, our hour reports with our general superintendent. But my favorite part, if it was like my favorite day, I'm on the event committee. I work with people from the field every day, but I also will be talking to presidents of companies. So you kind of never know what you're getting into. I went to the University of Arizona in Tucson. My whole life I thought I wanted to be a nurse. So I went to college and I graduated with a degree in family studies and human development, a bachelor's of science, and thought I wanted to go to nursing school. Going from a huge college back to a community college in San Diego, it wasn't fun. Just the class strut, I didn't enjoy it, and honestly, I was burnt out on school. So the leap into construction happened because I've been around the construction industry my whole life, from my grandpa and my dad, whether that's walking on construction sites, being younger, or my dad driving down the freeway. Hey, we built that. Hey, Brady built this. Brady built this. So I've always been around it, and the lingo, I mean, you might know, but at family dinners or something, the work talk doesn't really stop, especially in construction. His phone was always ringing. So I've been around it my whole life, and talking with my dad, I just decided, okay, let's give it a shot, might as well. So I interned with a company called Brady General Contracting. Interned there for a year and got a lot of experience working on site. Had a mentor that I loved. And after that year of interning, I actually got hired with PCL Construction and was a field engineer for 2.5 years on site as well. Getting the experience working with the guys in the field, actually setting foot on a construction site while also doing the project engineer type work. So that gave me the experience I needed to finally say, okay, Dad, I'm ready to interview to come work for you. So I actually sat in this room and had an interview with our operation manager and our chief estimator, and interviewed and got the job at Brady, and been here for 3.5 years ever since. What makes Brady stand out is our company culture. We have safety is our number one, but we have many ways that we support our field in being safe. We have family picnics. That's one of my favorite things. We just recently brought that back last year, and I got to plan that. It was amazing. And there's over 300 people that come, all the field guys, their whole families. We had face painters, we had bouncy houses, we had large amounts of raffle prizes. It's fun to actually, I mean, I work with these people 10 hours a day, see them more than my family. So then to get to come together and have these events where you're also meeting their families and it's not just that work connection, I think sets us apart. We also do safety stand-ups on job sites. All of it is to encourage our workers to want to be safe to go home to their families. We all have a family that we want to go home to. So we'll bring food and lunch. There's a lot of support in the company, and I think that's my favorite thing and what makes us stand out. I think what motivates me to keep coming back to Brady is our people. From our AP department to our field guys, I love everyone. Everyone is friendly, friendly environment. No one's afraid. Mistakes happen, but the way you handle it, or the way our company handles things, I think all the bosses have a doors always open policy, even if your door's shut, obviously, knock. But everyone's very helpful. If you need help with something, don't be afraid to ask even a senior project manager to PE. There's communication everywhere. To encourage women to join the industry, I think the stigma of it being so hard-hitting and so almost dirty, that's not true. You don't have to be swinging a hammer to be in construction. There's so many different opportunities, whether that's being in the AP department, being in payroll, being a project manager, or even we have a female operation manager. There's so many different aspects, and I don't think women should be afraid because it's a dirty man's world to stick your foot in. I think beforehand, gender dynamics in recruiting women might have been not really any in recruiting women. But now there's so many different women in construction organizations emerging, and there's more events. Like today I'm hosting an event hosted by Brady, but for women in construction. And it brings people together, and it's more of just a networking thing to mingle and show that, hey, these are our women here. We can do anything that you guys can do. And there's a lot more job fairs and stuff that go on. We work a lot with the San Diego School District, or San Diego Unified School District. And there's women in construction booths at all of their events now. So just things like that, getting the word out there more. And I know there's a lot of mentorship high school programs that I know a lot of women that are a part of. So I think also getting the word down to younger women that don't be scared to get into this field is awesome. So I think women bring to the industry a totally different mindset, not than all men, but we have different ideas of getting to the same place, getting to the same final end goal that maybe a man might not have. Maybe sometimes we take more time to get to a decision, but there's a lot of back thought, at least in my experience with women, or we plan a lot more. Honestly, not all women, but are very organized. So there's a way of, like, even if you're gonna do a brain dump or a list of things to do, I don't think that sometimes men, from what I've seen, they just wanna do it and get it done. Whereas if there's a woman there, she might say, hey, let's make a plan, let's make a game plan and talk this through, and we'll get there maybe just as fast or faster, and then everyone's ideas come together. My advice for teen or women getting into the construction industry is your background does not define what you're gonna do, doesn't define what you can do. Just being open to learning, opening to taking that step is honestly what's gonna push you. I used to make fun of people starting out that would tell me, just be a sponge, just be a sponge. It's 100% true. If you're a sponge and learn whatever you can, take from the field to a president of a company, you can get there. I went to school for wanting to be a nurse, and now I'm a project manager, so you can do it.